Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bold and Beautiful's Hope just said something so outrageous, even her biggest supporters might wish she could take it back. It wouldn't be an episode of The Bold and the Beautiful if a Logan and a Forrester weren't doing battle with one another. And sometimes people say things in the heat of a moment that they might not utter if they had time to more carefully parse their words. Instead, they open their mouths and, in some cases, leave us slack-jawed at what came out. That was definitely the case when Hope was trying to save her fashion line during the episode which aired on Monday, June 3. It's no secret that these two ladies aren't exactly BFFs. Sure, they've had the periodic ceasefire, during which they reflect on how much easier life is when they're getting along. Like Brooke and Taylor before them, any declared truces are inevitably temporary. This week, Hope is doing everything in her power to convince Steffi that she should not cut the hope for the future fashion line. The blonde has pointed out the irony of her boss/rival using slumping sales to defend the cut when it was Steffi who convinced lead designer Thomas to skip town. Hope has also rightly pointed out that Zen, RJ and Luna, fresh from having helped Eric craft a killer collection, are doing everything possible to pick up the slack at HFTF. Then on Monday, she made an argument that, well, it just doesn't hold water. Worse, it's the kind of thing you'd expect an entitled person to say, whether with or without the self-awareness to realize how entitled they sounded. In the case of Hope, it was her argument that her line should be saved because of her mom's contributions to the company. Many viewers were perfectly willing to give Brooke credit for playing a very big role in Forrester's success, especially when it came to her inventing the Belia formula. It balked at the notion that Brooke's achievements meant Hope should be allowed to continue her profit-sucking line. Others pointed out that Hope was being downright disrespectful in suggesting that the Forresters in general and Steffi in particular had, in essence, done nothing to keep the company profitable in recent years. You can't, however, have a battle like this without both sides having supporters. In this case, many pointed out that it was Steffi who managed to wrest control of Forrester Creations from Bill, who'd purchased it when Eric defaulted on loans, by blackmailing the Spencer patriarch. Ultimately, it was decided that Hope's line would be given 1 quarter to improve its numbers or be axed. This would not, however, mean that the Logans are no longer part of the company, especially with Ridge poised to make Brooke the kind of offer that will make her a powerful player, and no doubt see her butting heads again with Steffi. In the glamorous world of Los Angeles, where the sun often seems to shine just a bit brighter and dreams are woven into the fabric of reality, scandals and shocking revelations are the currency of fame. At the heart of it all lies the Forrester family, and today their young scion, Hope Logan, has ignited a firestorm that threatens to engulf not only her own reputation, but also the very essence of the legacy her family has built over decades. Hope Logan, the epitome of beauty and grace with her flowing blonde locks and piercing blue eyes, has always been known for her poise and compassion. As the face of Forrester Creations' hope for the future line, she embodies hope, positivity, and all that is good in the world. But today, in a moment that will go down in history as one of daytime television's most shocking twists, Hope uttered words that even her most ardent supporters find difficult to reconcile. It started innocently enough, with Hope addressing a crowd of eager reporters and loyal fans at the Forrester estate. Dressed in a stunning gown from her latest collection, she smiled warmly as she spoke about her vision for the future of the fashion industry. The cameras flashed, capturing her every word and movement with an intensity reserved only for the truly iconic. Then it happened. Response to a question about the recent controversies surrounding Forrester Creations' business practices, Hope's demeanor shifted imperceptibly. Her smile faded, replaced by a furrowed brow and a look of determination that sent a shiver down the spines of those present. With a voice that carried a weight far beyond her years, she uttered the words that would change everything. "I think it's time we acknowledge the darker side of the fashion industry." Gasps echoed through the crowd. Reporters exchanged nervous glances, unsure of how to process this sudden deviation from the script. For years, Hope had been the beacon of positivity, a symbol of purity in a world often tainted by scandal. And yet here she was, daring to shine a light on the shadows that lurked beneath the glossy surface of haute couture. For too long, she continued, her voice steady despite the mounting tension in the room, we have turned a blind eye to the exploitation of workers, the environmental impact of fast fashion, and the unrealistic beauty standards perpetuated by our own industry. Silence that followed was deafening. Cameras continued to flash, capturing the stunned expressions of those in attendance. Had Hope Logan, the darling of daytime television, just denounced the very industry that had made her a household name? As the magnitude of her words settled over the crowd, reactions were swift and polarized. Some applauded her bravery, seeing her statement as a long overdue call to action. Others, however, struggled to reconcile this new, outspoken Hope with the image they had come to admire and respect. In the days that followed, the fallout was swift and unrelenting. Social media erupted with debates, hashtags trended, and op-eds dissected every syllable of Hope's speech. The fashion world, too, found itself at a crossroads, forced to confront uncomfortable truths that had long been swept under the glittering rug of luxury and privilege. For the Forrester family, the controversy was particularly fraught. Eric Forrester, patriarch and founder of Forrester Creations, found himself torn between loyalty to his daughter and the legacy he had spent a lifetime building. Brooke Logan, Hope's mother and a formidable force in her own right, struggled to navigate the delicate balance between family loyalty and the demands of a public hungry for accountability. Meanwhile, Hope herself retreated from the spotlight, grappling with the weight of her own words and the repercussions they had unleashed. Behind closed doors, she wrestled with doubts and insecurities, wondering if she had crossed a line that could never be uncrossed. Yet amidst the chaos and uncertainty, there were moments of clarity and connection. Supporters rallied around Hope, praising her courage and conviction. Activists seized upon her words as a rallying cry for change within an industry desperately in need of reform. And slowly, tentatively, Hope began to find her voice again, tempered by the harsh realities of fame and the unyielding expectations of those who looked to her for guidance. As the weeks turned into months, the furor surrounding Hope's statement began to fade. In its place emerged a renewed sense of purpose, both for Hope and for those who had been touched by her words. For the Forrester family, the road ahead remained uncertain, fraught with challenges, yet tinged with hope for a future where beauty truly did not come at the expense of conscience. And so, as the sun set over the sprawling grounds of the Forrester estate, casting long shadows across the manicured lawns and elegant facades, one thing was clear.